Hey, it's Dan Jones, Carolina real estate expert, and today I just want to talk to you really quick about some frequently asked questions about joining our real estate team as an outside sales agent and just selling a ton of houses. So stay tuned, and hopefully this is beneficial for you. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about are just leads and opportunity, and just tons and tons of meaningful conversations. So one of the things our team focuses on is just spending a lot of money on marketing. We spend north of $30,000 a month just creating leads and opportunity and people calling us to do business. We range anywhere from 1,200 to 1,400 new leads and registrations and inbound phone calls on a monthly basis for not a huge team, just a small amount of people. So do the math, we're looking at 100, 200 opportunities every single month per individual agent on our team. The next piece of the puzzle that a lot of individuals in the real estate world don't have are just system processes and procedures. So some people ask, how is it possible for a new agent to walk on your team and sell 40 or 50 houses? Well, we have processes, procedures, and people in individual roles that help you do anything from contract to close that we handle for you. We have Boomtown that handles all of your leads. We have proper follow-up systems. We do have Mojo as well that you can dial 3 people at one time to really speed up the process to have more meaningful conversations and do what you probably do best, is being in front of people and closing people. So next is coaching. Right? So a lot of firms will tell you, yeah, we have a coach. We have sales coaches for you. Then I'll often find out, like, how many houses did that coach sell? And it was 6, 7. If you're my sales coach and you're only selling 6, 7 houses, how are you going to coach me to get to 30, 40, and 50 houses in my first, second, third year? It doesn't matter in real estate. I personally have coached over 60 top teams around the country and worked with team leaders and just really knows what works, from lead generation, from marketing to procedures and processes. And you have a sales coach here who, Cherie does most of our coaching, and Kim, and then Alyssa, in different aspects of the business. But we're looking at 25, 30 years experience between our coaching team, not me included, within our organization, that raises you from a potential new agent, a kind of newer agent, to an extremely productive agent in no time whatsoever. Pretty cool stuff. So number 4 is essentially accountability and structure. And some people scratch their heads a little bit when I tell them this. It's like, what do you mean? So when it comes to accountability, some of your best players in NBA, NFL, NHL, they've always had somebody holding them accountable to what they say their goals were going to be from the beginning of the year on a weekly, monthly, quarterly basis. Somebody holding you accountable. We do that as well. You tell us what your goal is, and we're going to give you the numbers and the metrics to hit your goal, right? So some people say, well, in regards to accountability and structure, I got into real estate for flexibility. Well, it's unfortunate with our team. I'm not saying you're not going to have any free time, but we help you structure your day to be the most productive you've ever been probably in your entire life, to raise you to that level of selling houses in your first year, 30, 40 houses that most people will never do in their real estate career, selling that many in a 12-month period. And number 5, really when it comes to this one, like if you're looking at a big firm, you're looking at a team, the big thing about teams is you can't be competing with the team leader. What do I mean by that? Right? So if you're a new agent, you might not really know what kind of that means, maybe 50-50. But if I'm in production, which I am not, all of my business filters down to the team. So an extra 4, 5, 6 houses you're going to sell like in that year, because I'm not competing with you, taking all the higher price ranges. We had Aaron and Michaela, was it last year, I believe, both as first-year agents on that team. $1.4 million, $1.5 million list, or actually buyer, new construction. And Michaela ended up with like $1.6 million of my past clients, people I've known since 2nd grade, and worked actually 2 times. They bought and sold and bought and sold. So a little over about 2.5 million in sales that she never would have had, but I'm not competing. I'm not taking business from the team. So if you're interviewing other teams, ask, hey, Mr. or Miss Team Leader, are you in production? I'm competing with you. Essentially, if you're selling house within the team, those are opportunities you're taking away from me. We don't do that here. All the business in our team filters down to our team just to have more and more opportunity. So what does training look like here? All right, and I hear this all the time from newer agents especially. Yeah, I'm going to go with this firm because of, their training. I'm like, okay, awesome. What's their training look like? Like, they got all these videos and they got this, doesn't work. It doesn't work. You need hands-on. Okay, so our training program is 5 weeks, 8:30 to 4:35 is depending on the day. We practice 3 things over and over and over: role play, scripts, and training, just being on the phones, having really good, meaningful conversations. So we teach you to get face-to-face with people. The second part of that is we're focused on systems, procedures, all your processes, every system and that's the part that takes a little bit of time and some hands-on training to learn all of our processes and procedures. And then the third thing is face-to-face. If you can get face-to-face with people, that's half the battle. But then getting them to sign, know you, like you, and trust you, and educating you to get to the level where they are your client for life. But those are the 3 things that we focus on during training. In addition, it's 5 weeks, like I mentioned, 8:30 to 4:30. It's every hour on the hour. You have something different you're going to be learning and practicing. By week 3, we're looking to get you on the phones. What are you going to do on the phones? We're building your database. So week 3, 4, and 5, we're spending anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 hours on the phone, making dials, practicing what we've been practicing, and just really growing your script book. And essentially, you're learning a second language. But our training, it's very intense. You should plan on at least 2 hours in the evening, if not 3, for practicing, and probably 4 to 5 hours on Saturday and Sunday, reviewing everything that we learned, practicing your scripts, role playing with yourself. So we're not your normal team, and I know that's not normal, but we sell a lot more houses than anyone else, and that's not normal. So that's a little bit about our training. So let's talk about after training. So after training, you're looking at your first 2-3 months in office. 9 to 12, we're making dials. If you don't have any appointments in the afternoon, that's fine. Go do something personal, go do something fun. But let's also spend the afternoon 2-3 hours on the phones, just building that database, getting in front of many people as possible who are qualified as quick as possible. Right? So in your first 90 days, their expectation is to write 6 units, 6 contracts, not close them, just write, to continue having that seat on the bus. Right? That scares a lot of people, but if you do the work, you have the opportunities and the leads, you have the coaching, you have the structure, like it's all on you to succeed in that world. So in addition to your first year, you can plan on working at least 50 hours a week. When I say 50, you're probably in the ballpark of averaging 50 to 55 on a weekly basis. Is it more than most people in real estate? Yeah, absolutely, but we expect more, and in order to do more, you probably have to need to work more. Now, is that going to continue into year 2, 3, 4? No. So year 1's usually your toughest. Why? Because you're learning all these new things, right? But as you get better and a little bit more experience with all of these, like things get easier. So in year 2, are you still working 45, 50, 60 hours? You're probably in the ballpark 45 to 50, right? Because by then, hopefully we've gotten 2 or 3 referrals your first year. Depending on your sphere of influence, could be a lot more. And from there, year 2, we have 30, 40 units and people we're asking for referrals to while we're building our database and asking for those referrals from the people that we're meeting. So hopefully in year 2, we're at 7, 8, 9 referrals. And then by year 3, our goal is 12 to 14 referrals from all the people we've worked with and are working with, plus our friends and family. So year 1 might be a little bit difficult. I get it and understand. But is that first year push to really hit the ground running, put some money in your pocket, maybe pay off some bills, then things do get a little bit easier. But the expectation is minimum writing 2 units a month to continue having a seat on the bus. And most people don't come to the team just wanting to sell 2 on a monthly basis. So the average agent in their first full year with our team, I know a lot of people ask, and a lot of other teams and firms won't tell you, but we've roughly been in between the 116, 120 range, a little bit higher this year because just price ranges went up. Commissions went down, but price ranges went up pretty substantially. And we do have OT shifts, which is opportunity time. During the weekends, you have like 3 to 4 hour window blocks where all new leads come to you. You have the database of all the leads that are in there that we haven't spoken to. Evening, daytime, you'll usually know these, anywhere from 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks in advance of what those schedules will look like. So you're not chasing your tail trying to I got opportunity time. But we do have evening shifts, weekend shifts. We have team meetings on Thursdays. We do a huddle call, kind of a quick 10-minute, 5-minute accountability call first thing in the morning. We talk about set, met, signed, written, and closed, to meaningful conversations from the day before. So all those things are relevant, but that's what we do, and that's how our whole entire team holds each other accountable. So I know a lot of people ask about fees. So we don't have desk fees. And if someone's trying to charge you a desk fee, I would raise that yellow flag up the pole and say okay, if you're charging me, what are you giving me? And if they're you got access to our marketing person. Okay, was it free to have a contribution to help me there. So just be very cautious. We don't have desk fees. What you're responsible for are your MLS dues quarterly, right? And your realtor dues on a yearly basis, obviously gas, insurance on your car, and a cell phone. Besides that, we get your business cards. You have your own website that we pay a ton of money for, that all your leads go into, and you have your own URL. But as for fees, you have your realtor dues and your quarterly/monthly realtor dues as well. And I know a lot of people ask that, but if you're getting charged or somebody wants to charge you, I would probably run with caution. So I hope this has helped. I know a lot of people will tell you in your first year of real estate, maybe expect to sell 1 or 2 houses. With us, we need to be knocking on the door 25, 30 at least to continue having a seat on the bus. So we're not for everybody, and it's okay. But hopefully by watching this, you've been able to educate yourself on what's possible and what to expect. So if somebody's telling you you might not sell a home for 6, 12 months, I'd be really cautious about changing career to go be a real estate agent in that sort of environment. But I hope this has helped. Like I said, we're not for everyone, but use this as just a good tool to really ask questions about who you're interviewing, where you're going. National Realtor Association stat, over 95% of agents in their second year will not renew their license. Don't be one of those 95%. Do your homework and make sure, ask really good questions before you make a career change, or just, you got to put bread on the table, right? So I hope this has been beneficial. As always, much love, and reach out to us with any questions, and hopefully we see you at our team meeting here pretty soon. Look forward to meeting you.